Ew, it smells weird. It burns. Why is it making my eyes so red? Hey guys, it's me Sylvia, back with another video. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video, we're gonna be doing one half of my face using fake makeup and the other half using real makeup. If you're wondering what I mean by fake makeup, it's basically makeup that looks a lot like the real thing, but it's been altered in some way, whether they changed like the ingredients or the product inside, or the packaging is like the tiniest bit different. So then you think it is the legit product, but actually you're getting a product that has been completely changed and usually sold at a much lower price. I first saw this idea being done on James Charles's YouTube channel. So if you want to see his video, then I will link it in the description. But before we get started with today's video, make sure you are subscribed to my channel. I drop 2 videos a week. I want you to join my S Club, so hit that notification bell as well so you can be notified when I drop those videos. And without further ado, let's get into testing this makeup. Okay, so this side of my face is going to be the real makeup and this is going to be the fake. So let's start out with this fake Porefessional Matte Rescue. So this is the fake product package. It looks so legit. When putting them side by side, you can see that the Matte Rescue little graphic here is a different color. On the fake one, it is kind of orange, and on the real one, it's quite red. And then the lids of the package are different as well. And then also the fake bottle is a little bit bigger than the original. So let's apply the real primer first. It's like a green kind of tinged gel. It's very cooling. It's supposed to be completely mattifying, so this shine that you see on my forehead is supposed to go away after applying this product. I do like this product because I'm oily and get shiny really easily. It's still very lightweight without making my skin too dry after applying. So now let's do the fake side. Coming out, it is a gel consistency, just like the real one, but it's almost clear, whereas the original obviously has some color to it, and it also smells a lot different. Let's see if you can see a difference in my skin. So it's definitely not getting absorbed into my skin as quickly as the original. And now just looking at the back of the products here, you can see that the font is so much bigger on the fake one. It says made in France. It says benefitcosmetics.com. Like, it has like that information there. So that's what made me think it's legit. So both are kind of dried on my face now, and you can see that the fake side still has quite a bit of shine on my face. My skin is actually pretty sticky, so I don't think it's even doing what the product is meant to do, which is mattify you and blur your pores, because you can see they're still quite visible. So the fake one, So now for foundation, I have the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. This one is the fake one. The box is a little bit beat up, and this is the brand new one that I purchased. It's in the color NC30, but other than the box being beat up, both sides look the same. And you can see side by side that the real NC30 is a lot darker. The sticker on the bottom is a little bit different. Also, the font is different on the package. On the fake version, it's like a silver, and on the real version, it's black font. And to apply those, I do have a kind of knockoff beauty blender for the fake side. So side by side, you can see that the fake one has a totally different shape. It's a lot fatter, and it also is a lot harder and less squishy than the original. The color is a little bit different as well. The original is a very hot pink, and the fake version is a more kind of dull pink. I wet them. I look like a 2-year-old with these clips, but we're not trying to get foundation in my hair today. These are both of the beauty blenders when they're wet. They both did expand quite a bit, but you can still see those differences. We'll do the real version first. So let's apply. I love the Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. It's one of the oldest foundations I've been using, like, since I first started getting into makeup. This is a full coverage foundation, but still very lightweight feeling and still has a natural finish to it. So when I decided I wanted to do this video and I was looking around for fake makeup and stuff, I was so surprised to see the amount of fake makeup and fake beauty products that are out there. I could not tell the difference just looking at them. I had to take them home and like look at them side by side to the originals to even see any sort of differences, because overall they look kind of real, and it's freaky because I don't really know what is in this fake makeup. Even in doing this video, like, I didn't really want to because I don't know what's gonna happen to my skin afterwards. Like, I could break out, but I think it's also really important and interesting to see the difference between the products, so you guys know, and also I know because I've never tried these either, what the real difference is between the products and how they measure up, just because they are so available out there. So now let's move on to the fake side. You can see it here too. It's like looks kind of broken up inside there. Let's give that that shake. Now let's use the fake beauty blender. So let's apply. And it's so tempting to buy these cheaper products that you think are real because of how legit they look, but you really need to remember that the reason they can sell them so cheap is because they're not really following the proper protocols that you need to follow in order to make a safe product for everybody. And that's very, very dangerous. Like, it's obviously different for everybody. You can do what you want, but in my opinion, I don't think it's worth like sacrificing your health or that safety just to save some money, because you can definitely find really great affordable products at the drugstore. They may not be those crazy popular high-end makeup, but neither is this fake makeup. And at least if you're buying at the drugstore, you know it's like legit. Looking at it, you can see that this NC30 is much lighter and doesn't have as much coverage as the original version. And although this beauty sponge is like fake and harder, it honestly isn't doing that terrible of a job. It is soaking up a lot of my product, which might be why I'm getting a more sheer application than the original side. So next up we have concealer. We have the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer. So this seems to be the old version that I have the fake one of, and this is the newer version. I never tried the old version of the Lock-It Concealer, so I'm not too sure how it compares to the newer version. So we're just gonna go for it. First, let's apply the real one. This is in the shade L15 Neutral, and I only got this shade because I wanted it to match the fake one. So now let's use the fake one. This is only shade that they had available, which was Light 16. And this doesn't even come in that shade. Okay, so clearly there's a huge difference in color. Much lighter. Let's blend out the real one. It's actually really bomb concealer. Very full coverage, covers all of the discoloration, and it's mattifying but still hydrating and not cakey at all, and doesn't crease. So now let's blend out the fake version. Very watery, definitely not as full coverage. Even though they're not the exact same shade, you would still think, since they're only one number apart, they would be very close to each other, but they are not. Look how light that one is, and it's quite dewy, whereas this one is more of a satin finish. So the fake version is really, really sticky and doesn't have much coverage to it at all. You can see how flawless the real version made my skin, and this one definitely is nowhere near that. Moving on to primer, we have the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. So looking at the two side by side, they honestly look absolutely identical to me. The real one is slightly bigger, but other than that, I can't really tell the difference. So let's try the real side first. This is a really thin consistency eyeshadow primer. It's not one to completely cover up your whole eyelid like a foundation or concealer would. Now let's try the fake version. Oh shoot, that came out a lot quicker than the real version. It seems to be a little bit more liquidy. The original is quite thin. It's definitely not that thin and watery. Ew, that doesn't feel like it did anything. It just feels like a slimy lotion or something. Definitely not a fan of the fake version of that at all. Moving on. So now for powder, I have MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation in the shade NC42. This is what I use when I'm self-tanned. So the packaging on both of them look the exact same. Like the fake one, I can't see any sort of difference to the real one, other than it being a little bit like dusty and stuff. They look the same. Now let's open them up. So the fake compact here is kind of like a gray color. It's like a gray black, and the original is super jet black. And again, when you open it up, the NC42 color is completely lighter in the fake version than it's meant to be. And then also the sticker on the back, the font is a lot bigger on the fake version. Now let's apply. So for the real side, I'll just quickly dust that over my face. I like to use this powder, especially when I have breakouts. I just kind of pack it on and it helps to smooth it out. I also normally have a lighter shade of this powder to set my under eye and really pack it on under there to help brighten. Now let's use the fake side. I'm gonna try and cover up my problem areas here where I'm breaking out to see if it'll give me that extra coverage the original version usually does. So I've completely applied it on the fake side, and it honestly feels very similar to the original. It just might not be as full coverage, I think, but it mattified the foundation, kind of set it, and gave me a little bit more coverage on my problem areas, but definitely not as much as the original normally would. But both the foundation and the powder and like the skincare products aren't as nasty as I thought they would be, but I still like do not trust them at all. So for eyebrows, I have Anastasia's Brow Definer Triangular Brow Pencil, and we have it in the shade Soft Brown for both the original and the fake. And right off the bat, the packaging looks the same other than the little label for the color. So the real soft brown label is much darker and the fake version looks more yellow. So let's use the real one first. I'm gonna brush out my brow with the spoolie. Great brow pencil, very creamy, long lasting. So the real brow is on. I love the way it made my brow look. Now moving on to the fake product. The pencils themselves look so similar now that I took the fake one out of the package, but the fake one is a little bit of like a duller matte color. Also, the spoolie brushes on the two of them are very, very different. The original spoolie brush here is very, very full and very thick, and the fake version has a much thinner spoolie. Now let's apply. Okay, so this is a much, much lighter color. Are you guys seeing this? That color difference is insane. They didn't even get it close. So it's definitely more of like a strawberry blonde, I would say, than a soft brown. You can see the difference is huge in the shade. It's also way, way creamier than the other one, so it was harder to create small hairs. So now let's move on to eyes. For an eyeshadow palette, I have the Subculture palette. Clearly, right off the bat, you can see differences in the packaging. So they're both this kind of like velvety material, but the top one is a very, very dark blue, whereas the real one on the bottom is a much lighter blue. But the font looks similar, the texture feels similar. Let's open it up. So these are both of the palettes opened up and put one on top of the other. The shades look so similar. Also, my brush that was in the fake palette looks like it's been used. It looks really, really nasty, and there's like bristles coming out of it. So I'm definitely not gonna use that. That really concerns me. But when I look at the shadows, like it doesn't look like they were touched at all. Still gonna use it. I'm just really freaked out. So let's do the real side first. I'm gonna use the shade Cube to highlight my brow bone. Now you guys already know I've tried out the Subculture palette multiple times on my channel, and it's actually a palette that I'm not a fan of. That being said though, I know this palette really, really well because I've tried to make it work so many times. So I feel like I definitely will be able to tell if the fake version is anything like it or not. So now let's use Cube from the fake palette and do the same thing. Definitely has a little bit more of a pink reflect to it than the original though, but it looks a lot shinier and more pigmented than the original. Going back to the original palette, let's use Dawn as a transition shade. Oh my god, that fallout though. I'm just gonna place that underneath the brow bone, warm that area up a bit, and blend really well. So now I'm gonna use Dawn from the fake palette. There's definitely a lot less fallout with the fake palette. Cue the overlay of me dipping my brush in the original Dawn, and then now look at the fake palette. There's like definitely not as much fallout, so they seem to be pressed a little bit harder. But let's apply. It's definitely taking a lot longer to get the same amount of product on my lid. Like it's taking a long time to build this. When I was searching for this fake makeup, I saw like YouTuber collabs that were being sold as like the real thing. There was the Dose of Colors Desi and Katie collection, and then there was also Laura Lee's Cat's Pajama palette that was being sold, and I was like, oh my god, that kind of made me mad. I'm like, this is obviously not the real thing. The YouTubers and the companies like work so hard to create this product together and make it perfect, and then it's just being resold as something else, and it's obviously not the real thing, so it's not going to be the same quality, and then people might buy it thinking it's the real thing, you know, and then get mad when it's shit. So I think that's why like fake makeup is so controversial and stuff. Like make affordable makeup, I'm all for that, but don't rip off other companies that work so hard and other influencers that's like worked hard to create that product. And then also I just feel like it's really dangerous to be buying makeup that you don't know what's inside of it. Okay, so you can see that the original definitely has a lot more color to it, and the fake one ain't as pigmented. Moving on. Let's use the shade Roxy in the real palette, and I'm gonna apply that right in the crease and all over the lid. I think I've said it before, but if they did another version of this palette and just redid it with a better formula, I would totally buy it again because I love the colors. And then using the shade Roxy in the fake palette. So you can see the shadows are just not as intense at all. They're very, very powdery and dry. No matter how many layers I put of the fake one, you can still see it's kind of sheer and not completely covering my lid. Now in the original palette, I'm gonna use the shade Electric for my inner corner. I'm just gonna highlight there just so we can test both the matte shades and the shimmer shades in the palette. And going in with the same shade in the fake palette. I'm like scared to put this one so close to my eye in the inner corner there. I don't know why it's making my eye want to water. That's not a good sign. Okay, so I'm done with the shadows. This is the original side. The mattes actually blended really nice together, I feel like, because I used the lighter shade and didn't do a very complex look. So I'm actually impressed with how the shadows perform, because usually even the original Subculture palette shadows like don't look this good. The inner corner is blinding. The colors are really pretty, very rich, intense. And then this side is the fake side. The inner corner is much more green than the original and also not as bright and vibrant, even though I sprayed my brush. And then the shadows themselves, I had to really work and layer them to try and get them to this point, but you can see they're still not as vibrant and rich as the original. Also, my eye is really irritated on this side. Like it feels really itchy, and I kind of regret putting that on my inner corner because I can literally feel that it's there. And that never happens to me with eyeshadow. Like it's powder. You're not supposed to be able to feel that it's there. In this eye, does not feel like that at all. It's very comfortable, but I think you can even see like my inner corner is getting really irritated there. So I'm gonna try and rub that off a little bit. Why am I doing this? Okay, hopefully I don't lose an eye from this video. Moving on to mascara. So for mascara, I have Benefit's They're Real mascara, which is a great mascara. This is the original. This is the fake one. Even the package looks so legit. It's not as beat up as the rest of them. I thought this one could be real. Now this is them side by side. Other than the word real being like a different color on the two of them, they look very, very similar. They both say the same thing on the back. The fake one just has smaller font. Tiny differences. So let's open them both up and compare the wands. So just pulling the wand out, the product is so much goopier on the fake one. These are the wands side by side. The real wand is much taller. Also, the bristles don't seem to be as dense as the fake one, and the wand is much thicker on the real one. So let's apply the real mascara first. It combs all the way through your lashes. The ball tip lets you get the inner corner lashes really easily. Now let's apply to the fake side. Ew, it smells so weird. Why am I doing this after my eye was already irritated from the eyeshadow? Holy, even if I hold the wand close to my eyeball, it's like fumes or something are going in my eye. It's very uncomfortable. No, I'm not gonna even do my bottom lashes because that's really uncomfortable. Like my eye is burning right now. So that was a fail because I refused to even finish my eye after it started burning so intensely. So the mascara is kind of applied. I do not recommend that fake mascara at all. I don't even think anyone should try it. I don't care if it's 1 cent. It burns your eye and that cannot be good. So let's move on straight to lip product because I thought I had a bronzer and a blush, but I do not. So for lips, I have Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick. The box for the fake one is so beat up, like the whole bottom of it was open and the container itself has scratches all over it. Very uncomfortable about this. It's going on my lips. It's going near my mouth. But looking at the two of them side by side, they look very, very similar. This is in the shade Feelin' Myself. So let's put the real one on first. Really pigmented, very vibrant color. It's like a coral shade. So definitely the only thing is I would wear this with a lip liner, but I don't have a fake lip liner to try, so we just are gonna skip that. Now let's use the fake side. Ew! It smells so bad and it's like dried out and gross and looks used inside. So when you open them, you can really see the difference. The real one has like a black interior here and this one doesn't. Oh God, the fake one smells so bad. Like I really do not want to put that on my lips. I have no idea where this has been. Should I try? I'll just do it for the video, you guys. I'm doing it for the video. And I'm gonna immediately take this off after the video. My lip is legit tingling. You guys, I'm not even being dramatic. This is horrifying me. It's very sticky, very tacky and patchy, and it's literally tingling on my lips, so that's enough of that. That's going right in the garbage, like right now. Why am I putting myself through this? But the actual colors side by side, they look very similar. But for sure, the formula is so different. The fake one hasn't really dried completely. It's very sticky when I go like that and like goopy and kind of patchy and just looks nasty and it feels disgusting. I'm up to here right now. Like I've had it. I almost forgot I have one more product to test out. It is the MAC Fix Plus setting spray. They had a fake version. So, I mean, I have no idea what could be in here, but this is the real version. Bottles look exactly the same. They both say MAC Fix Plus. I don't see any sort of difference. Let's first do the real side. Very refreshing. Now let's do the fake side. Let me just do a tester spray. It smells very different. Do I want to put this on my face? Probably not. Oh, geez, that's very strong spray. So the real side dried up a lot faster. This is still pretty soaked. It's kind of just sitting there. I don't know what it is. This is like evenly dispersed, melted everything together, makes my skin look nice and hydrated. This looks oily and splotchy and smells weird. So there's that. So those are all of the real versus fake products that I have to try out today. This is the final look. So when I'm looking straight on, the biggest difference you can tell is mostly my complexion. So the foundation shade is different. Also in the concealer, this is the fake side. So you have the irritated eye from the eyeshadow and then a tingling lip and very sheer concealer underneath the eye. And then this is the real side. You have a much more pigmented eyeshadow, a much more pigmented, comfortable lip, not irritating any part of the face, and overall just seems like a lot better quality products, obviously because they're the real side. So my final thoughts overall is obviously we like a cheap makeup product, but do we want to sacrifice our health or our safety? I think not. So I cannot back any of these fake products that I've tried out today. If anything, I want to advise you against trying any of these knockoff products. It's very tempting to buy affordable knockoff versions, but I would recommend against it because of the fact that it's irritating my eye, like it's tingling. They are nowhere near near as good as the original, but not only that, you're really playing with fire because you don't know what's in the product. And there's so many great drugstore products out there that are just as affordable as these fake products and that can work just as well as high-end brands and that have great quality as well. So I would totally recommend going that route versus using these fake knockoff products. And I just want to say that I will not be using any of these fake products again, just because of how scared I am of like what they could possibly do to my skin or what could be in them, you know? So I don't recommend them at all. Just have to say that. But nonetheless, this was a really fun video to try out. I was really intrigued when I saw all these knockoff like fake products because I thought they looked so real. So I had to see for myself how they compared, and really there's no comparison. And I don't really want to do it again because my lips is a tingling. But if you guys want a part 2, I mean, let me know. Let me know down below in the comments and maybe I'll do another review. But that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button right here. Do it. You have 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Subscribe if you're part of the S Club. Welcome. And then watch these videos over here if you've not yet seen them. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys. Mwah. Bye.